Hey you guys, this is Nicole from Spiritual Thoughts. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to talk about a super complex and interesting subject, actually two different subjects, which will be Fermi's Paradox and Transcension Hypothesis. So I will explain these super simply for you guys because when I came across them, I definitely was perplexed and needed to do a lot of research, so I thought that I would break it down in a simple way for you guys because it's a super interesting subject and I would love to hear your thoughts. So starting off with the Fermi Paradox. So basically this paradox states that if the universe is as big and complex as, science tells us, there are so many different galaxies and stars and, apparently planets that orbit those stars that have conditions like ours. And if that were to be the case, why haven't we seen any signs of life or, why haven't any other life forms tried to contact us or anything like that? A lot of scholars and, highly intelligent people have debated over this for a long time. Why are we, perceivably alone? A lot of people argue that, the universe is just so big, they haven't even found us yet. And a lot of people also argue that, the universe has had a lot of time to develop, and especially if we have reached this level of technology this fast, and, it's very fast when you look at the timeline of humans and what we have been able to accomplish just in the time that we've been here, which is a small fraction of time. So the other people argue that there should have been civilizations way more complex than us that would have at least left, tracers or things for us to find that would let us know that, hey, there was life in this universe at some point, maybe not now, maybe it was in the past, or, maybe we're just not there yet. But a lot of people have also dug into the Transection Hypothesis, which to me is super, super interesting. Way more interesting than just the question, where are the aliens? It's an attempt to answer that question, which Transcension Hypothesis was first brought about to the world by John Smart, and obviously he's very smart because this is a super cutting-edge theory. So basically what John Smart suggests in the Transcension Hypothesis is that once life reaches a certain point of intelligence, instead of going out into the universe, we go in. We go smaller. And it actually makes a lot of sense. If you think about technology, everything is getting smaller. I mean, look at the phone or the computer that you're watching this on. 100 years ago, that would be crazy as fuck. They would not even believe that there's something, this big that you can reach other people on the other side of the world with and watch people just like they were in front of you and hear their voice. And so with technology getting smaller and smaller and getting bigger and bigger in terms of what it can do, it makes you think what's going to happen in 100 years, in 200 years, in 300 years, considering if humanity is still here. So with this hypothesis, it could be possible that once our humanity reaches, a point that maybe other civilizations did or aliens did in the past, we would no longer exist in this physical universe. In a sense, we would be transcending or ascending towards a more spirit-based way of existing, which could be a little scary to some people because being attached to, this physical body is a thing, and it could be a huge transition. But in the coming decades, there are a lot of tests that could be done to prove if this is actually a true claim, and a lot of scientists and biologists and people that are way smarter than me have done tests and research and actually found some like actual evidence that this could be a real thing. So it's super interesting to think about that maybe one day, instead of, building outwards into the universe with matter and, physical stuff, we could go inwards and go into almost like a black hole destination, which is kind of bizarre when you think about it. And maybe we would even join all of the other civilizations and aliens, other life forms that have, transcended as well. We have no idea what's on the other side, and transcension is a super interesting theory and just subject to think about and talk about. So no matter if you believe in aliens or whether or not there's life out there in the universe or the Fermi Paradox, Transcension Hypothesis is just something super interesting to think about, that if we reach a certain level of technology, we could transcend and maybe even evolve into something that we haven't even thought of, or something that we can't even wrap our heads around yet. Technology is something that is super interesting, and I think that if it's used in the right ways and if people have the right intentions for it, it could actually be something that saves humanity. So this was kind of complex. I hope that it made sense, and if you have any comments or other thoughts about it, definitely comment below. I really want to hear your thoughts about this. There's a lot of research on the internet about it. I had to do quite a lot of research on this to even really understand it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one, and I'm sending you all of my love. Say bye!